watch me rise again.
Well, saving a life, I've got memories of a day that my partner and I were in Selma, and we were running a call. It was just an injured person to a fall. And we get there and we pick her up and we're moving her into the living room. She's closed up in a bathroom, and she went just coded on us just like that. Just pulseless and apneic, was as hard as she could go. Well, we had our basics in there, but we didn't have our monitor and things like that in there, so we sent the partner back out to the truck to get it, and I started doing CPR on her, opened her airway, started doing CPR on her, and right before we got ready to shock her, and we got her back. And she's alive and well today. As far as not saving someone, you know, you always get that trauma code on a wreck or something where you just, you know, you want to do something. You know, with the age of these people, some of these people are so young, you want to help them, you want to save them, but they've got just inconsistent injuries with life, and you can't save them, but you really try. It's very, very depressing sometimes.
The first call I ever had was a diabetic patient, and it was a hypoglycemic patient. We went to the house. The lady was completely unresponsive, and then we gave her D50 in our thiamine, and she came around in a matter of minutes. I was like, wow, this is really helping people. I mean, the lady was completely unconscious. I mean, couldn't be aroused for anything, and suddenly just gave 2 drugs, and she came back just like that.
But because of who you are, I am.
I think a commitment for excellence probably is consistent. I know especially at 4 Oaks with some of our folks who have been through the program is the commitment to just be the very best that they can. I don't ever see them that they don't have a book in their lap. So I think that says a lot. It's not just about studying in the classroom, it's every second that they have, they've got their nose in a book trying to get it.
I think every preceptor that I have been with in the county has been a blessing. They have different views, they look at things differently. It opens up it gets you away from one train of thought. It brings you into different ways to look at different things, and it kind of widens your perspective and gives you a better outlook.
I think the best thing about this class is the quality of the people involved. You got good instructors here, and you got a lot of community involvement in the course. So as you go in your clinicals, some places that you go, you don't really know anybody, and they don't know you, and they don't really care, you know, like in other counties. But here, there's some community involvement in the program. It feels like there's a continuity when you go from place to place. Everybody's on the same page as far as trying to help students.
I have a real respect for those that go through the paramedic program.
People understand exactly how much time and effort has to go into this class. You can't come here and not be prepared and not read over your material and expect to breeze through it. It's just not that type of class. And I mean, it shows. We started with 60 some odd individuals and we're down to 13. So.
I do think they sacrifice family, friends, a social life to make it happen.
I think they don't realize the commitment that it really takes. I think there's a time management that is paramount, and I think there's a gut factor, honestly, to tough it out. And it's easy to quit. It takes a lot more to persevere. So I think that would probably be the biggest thing for losing classmates.
Probably the clinical time. Basic class, you don't do that many clinicals. Intermediate, it's a slight introduction, but clinicals and paramedic class is a totally different world.
class. But Shayla would probably be somebody I would say that I knew the day she walked in at Four Oaks that she was going to do something great. Day one, I could have told you that she would go all the way. And I think she has and deserves a huge, huge pat on the back. And I think she is one that possesses all of those things I was talking about, not just the person that learns the skills, but she truly gets it. She gets it at heart, what it's supposed to be.
I actually wrote them a letter telling them that in December they're all good students because they have gone from January, where the only thing they had to do was meet the minimum criteria and they could be a part of the class, through the summer, where the only way they got to be students was to have made it through the first division with an 80%, and now they have survived trauma and cardiology. That's no small thing. They've gotten their clinical hours done, and now to be here in December, they have to have overcome a lot of things. Time issues, study issues, just learning the stuff and trying to survive all the things that we put them through, those exams and being away from home, all the stress issues that happen to them. So they're all good students to be here in December.
My very first impression once they handed out that syllabus was, I don't think I can do this for a whole year. It's a lot of dedication. It takes a lot to do it for a whole year because you're never home, you're never with your family. You can't make plans.
It was a lot harder than I expected. So I've been in EMS a little while, and I thought I was ready for it, you know. And when I went into it thinking this was going to be pretty hard, but I had no idea how in detailed it was going to be, and it was very hard for me. It was very hard, but it was well worth it.
Time with my children. My children have had to not be involved in as many extracurricular activities because I've been involved with clinicals and schoolwork. I've made sacrifices because maybe not being able to go out of town and relax and do what I wanted to do, but I had to be dedicated to this class to make sure I could do it.
You pretty much, when you go from certification to certification, you have to relearn everything. When I was a basic, I thought, you know, I knew some things. I thought I was a pretty good basic. Then I went to intermediate, and I realized that I didn't know what I thought I knew. And I was an intermediate for a few years, and now that I moved on to try to be a paramedic, I know that I don't know as much as I thought I knew. Well, she's helped me a lot. She's a very successful nurse, and she has helped me tremendously through this class, trying to beat this information into my head, nagging me, staying on me about doing homework and reading and studying, and just what she should have been doing. Because she made me realize that I really wanted this, and to stay with it, you can get it, and she's right.
I think the Johnston County medics as a whole at different stations have supported us. My husband, my children have supported us. And I'd just like to say that without them, I could have never done it. And I appreciate their support. Thanks to all the instructors for their hard work. We've had a difficult year, but we've all made sacrifices and we do it.
It's like you're always stuck in second